Hey guys, it's Alyssa. So today I'm going to be sharing my 2018 goals with y'all. Definitely have to give some credits to this idea to, I think she pronounced her name Yusuf, but I'll link her video down below. She did get this idea from a tag, so I feel like I'm not totally stealing the idea, but I thought it was a really good way to start off the new year, and I also didn't really do like a end of 2017 video, so I thought this would also be a good kind of transition video, and yeah, I'm just gonna get on with this. So, wrote down my ideas in this notebook, so yeah, let's just get started. So, here's the plan. Okay, so, my number one goal, which these aren't really in any order, but it's the first thing I wrote down, is to document more. So, basically, I guess I first came up with this idea because, for one, as I was saying, I didn't do a 2017 video, or like end of the year video, and part of that I feel like I just didn't get as much footage from this past year as I wanted to, or like I guess footage I haven't released yet. I have like random vlog footage, but I don't know, I was never happy with it, I guess, and so I guess in documenting more, I just want to film more and not like be, I don't know, afraid of filming in public, because that's definitely not something I like doing at this point. It's something I want to do, but I get really self-conscious about it, so for myself, I'm setting that goal. And like I have this notebook, travel journal, and this is more not like a I'm afraid to do or like document kind of thing, but like from trips, I like get pictures and stuff, but I never like really document it. So like I'll go back and look at the pictures and I couldn't tell you like which state it was in, because like our last trip this summer we went to like 3 different states and like it all kind of got jumbled together. So like I definitely want to like work on filling this notebook up, because it's got like space for like writing, but then also like pockets you could put like pictures and stuff in. So yeah, I just want to focus on documenting more. And then my second goal is to focus more on creating original content. This is not the best example, but like I think I uploaded a lookbook, and actually I feel like those are what I would consider to be pretty original, I guess, because I'm putting together the outfits with music I feel like fits the mood. But it's definitely easy to do, like, I don't know, hauls and like I don't know, just to do content that I've seen before. So I really want to focus on making my own content, and that goes for YouTube, but then like for other artwork, or forms of art, I guess. Like I watched Ellis Snyder's video. It was of the guy who started the OK brand, but I really liked his whole concept of branding, and like that's his thing, you know, so like I kind of want to have my own kind of thing. So just working more on like creating my own content that's not like heavily influenced from something outside. And then my third one is to be more decisive / know what / why you like things. So this is more, I guess, like being opinionated, and because I'd say I'm a very like open person when somebody's like trying to show me something, and so a lot of times I'll be like, oh yeah, that's cool, and like it's not even that I am like lying and saying, oh, I think that's cool, even though I don't actually. It's more that like I'm accepting that they like it, but then I don't really know if I agree with them or not, because I don't know, like I just don't feel like I have an opinion sometimes. It's not even that I like do or don't like it, I just don't know. So I definitely want to spend more time this year like figuring out what it is I really like and what it is I actually like do not like. And I mean, there's definitely areas where I do know that and I don't, but I don't know, I guess some of those gray areas for myself, just figuring out what my opinion is. And then my fourth one is to read 15 books. I don't know why I said 15. I guess I thought 20 was too much, so I was like, we'll go down to 15. But I did get a Kindle for Christmas, and I have read 1 book already, so I guess we're doing pretty good. I don't know, 15 may sound like not a lot to some people who do read a lot, but I definitely do not read a lot, and it's something I want to do. Part of it was a time constriction, but then also, like, I'm a pretty slow reader until I did this speed reading course like a week ago, or less than that, and so I've improved my reading speed, so I'm hoping that I'll like enjoy reading more because it won't be such a drag to do. And then my 5th one is travel with 3 exclamation points, and then plus make plans for a big trip. So I do like my family's trips, and we usually do like a decent sized trip, I guess, like in the summer, and I enjoy that a lot. But I found that especially like the last month or so, I guess, I've been watching a ton of travel videos on YouTube, and it's just like got me really wanting to travel. And I'm totally the kind of person to be like, oh, that'd be cool, but like I don't need to do that, or I'm never gonna do it. But it's like, it's totally possible. Like I don't know why I'm not doing it. So I definitely want to plan, like, even if they're like in-state trips where like I go with some friends for like one night, like something even as small as that just to start. But I definitely want to, now that I'm like out of high school, do more traveling. And then for making plans for a big trip, I really want to do like some kind of trip to Europe, or like just somewhere over there. Norway would be the goal, but like if that doesn't happen, like I don't know, somewhere that's like overseas, because like I've literally never left the United States before, and I think it would be really cool to see the world, because there's a whole world out there I haven't seen. So yeah, I think that'd be really cool, and then it wouldn't be like I'm living vicariously through other YouTubers. It's like I'd be the one who's there, so that'd be cool. And then number 6 is don't change situationally. So what I mean by this, and I'd say this is something I do kind of well compared to some people, but like for myself, I want to improve on this. Because I definitely like, okay, so talking to a camera right now, I'm probably more talkative than ever because, like, I don't know, there's no, I can edit something out if I don't like it. But then, I don't know, like when I'm with my friends, I'd say I'm about as open as I am right now, like, or like my close friends at least. And then as I get like further out in that circle, so there's like the core friends, and I'm pretty open, and then you get further out, and then I become, I'd say, more quiet, and then you get more out, and then I just don't know what the heck to say. So like, to an extent, so I guess what I want is, not necessarily to be as talkative as I am right now, but maybe to be more confident in those outer areas, but then also not to feel the pressure to act a different way in certain situations. Yeah, this one's kind of hard to explain, but in my head it makes sense. Okay. Okay, so number 7 is to become fluent-ish in Norwegian. So I started, after watching Scam, I started learning Norwegian, and I'm actually currently a level 9 in Duolingo, so making progress. But like, currently I'm only fluent in English, and I think it'd be really cool if I was fluent in another language, so I could be bilingual. I don't know, I think if I work on adapting that language that I actually am interested in, then like, once I have to learn a language for school, because Norwegian is not like, an option. Because I'm probably gonna go back to learning Spanish, and I like sucked at learning Spanish in high school. Hopefully it will come a little bit easier, but also I just have this goal of like wanting to learn Norwegian, and so far I've stuck to it. I started a few months ago, and I've been fairly consistent, I'd say, with keeping it up. So yeah, I want to become fluent. I think that'd be really cool. Because also, I'm like kind of interested in maybe doing study abroad in Norway. We'll see. I'd say that most likely won't happen, but also like, I don't want to say that because that seems like I'm like closed to taking a risk, something I'm uncomfortable with, and definitely would like to not like be opposed to an idea like that at this point in my life, so we'll see. Okay, so number 8 is to create time for furthering spiritual beliefs. Now, that could sound like really creepy, but what I mean by that is like, so I'm a Christian, so like I definitely want to spend more time like focusing on my spiritual life, my connection to God, you know, all that stuff. And I think with that, like, I think whatever, I don't know, what you believe, like, religion-wise, definitely comes out as how you are as a person. And so I think the more I understand what I believe in, it'll definitely affect me and further me as a person, so yeah, that would be good. Okay, so number 9 is to try to find relations between schoolwork and life goals. So I would definitely describe myself as someone who hated school in high school. Like, class just seemed stupid. And honestly, a good portion of it was kind of stupid, but there was probably more use to some of it than I was seeing. But there was a lot of extraneous like circumstances that kind of made it seem even more pointless because I was just like overwhelmed with a lot of stuff to do. But like with college, I'm doing more classes that are focused on my major, which means it's more stuff I'm like interested in. So I want to focus on like actually finding the value in my classes, but then like the classes that are just gen eds, like I need to find my own reasons for enjoying them and like working hard in them, which I work hard, but like I'll do stuff to get the grades that I need to make the people that are like paying for my college like happy. And I don't know, I mean I like to get A's, I don't like to disappoint teachers either, but I want to find my own motivation that's like outside of grades because that would probably be good and more motivating. So number 10 is to master 3 bomb meals. So I don't really cook at all. I've learned to make some smoothies, which is good, and I can make like a very minimal amount of dishes. So more so I would say this will happen this summer when I'm home for more time and have access to a good kitchen, because currently I do have a kitchen in college, but I'm sharing it with like 6 people, so it's not the ideal kitchen for like learning to cook, and there's like very little counter space and it's not the cleanest. So all those circumstances combined means that it's probably not the best place for me to learn to cook. But definitely this summer I want to focus on finding a few meals that, well I said 3, so 3 meals that I feel really confident in making, and yeah, that would just be good. So number 11 is to focus on the friends who care, and then I said / people, because there's some people who like aren't really your friends, but like they care. I don't know. but anyway, I feel like this one I've gotten better with the second half of 2018, and what's kind of weird is like, because, so the first half, or 2017, first half of 2017 I was in high school, second half I was in college. So in high school there was definitely like times where I was like I need to focus on other people than the people that I was focusing on. I think definitely like come summertime I knew what friends from high school actually like were important to me, and so like now that I'm in college I really want to focus on like keeping those relationships strong, but then also now that I'm in a new environment where obviously I can't just like depend on those friends from high school, I need to also like be open to, you know, meeting genuine friends. I want to focus on, you know, keeping the true ones. Let's see. Number 12 is to finish / make significant progress in books. So this is something I haven't talked about on YouTube, but basically I started writing a book in like 7th grade, and I would say I finished it like maybe like sophomore year or something. And like, okay, so middle schooler to sophomore year, like obviously the writing wasn't great and there's a lot of things I wanted to change. So I kind of like started over on it senior year. I feel like maybe I wrote some throughout junior year, I don't even remember. But yeah, so basically I'm like on page 30 or something right now as I've like started over. But it's this thing project book, I don't know. I've been working on it for so long and I really would like to finish it. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it once I finish it, but it's just kind of a personal goal, so yeah. Number 13 is to fill 20 pages in drawing / art moleskin. So I've posted like 2 videos on here of my I guess like, I don't know, art journal I think is what I called it, yeah. Art moleskin, okay. But yeah, in my art journal, and that, honestly, I filled that up, I feel like kind of fast. It was like a couple years, but I got a new moleskin after I finished that one, and I've literally filled like maybe 10 pages and I don't even like them. So like, definitely want to, that's why I said 20 pages, like that's not a lot. Like I think I could do that if I finished like a whole book in like 2 years, or even less than that maybe. I think since I started college I've maybe filled like 1 or 2 pages of it, so that's kind of sad. Number 14 is to declutter my homeroom, which by homeroom I mean this room. So after I like moved into my dorm room, I realized that I have like a lot of crap in this room that I just don't need, and I told myself I was gonna like declutter while I was home for Christmas break, but like the 3 weeks just went by like so fast. Like I literally have like 2 more full days at home, So I was like, it's not gonna happen. So I guess this is also like a in the summer project, and I don't want to like totally clean it out, but like my desk and like there's just some areas that like I have stuff I don't need. So I just want to slowly kind of clean it out. And then 15 is be an attentive listener. So I definitely consider myself to be more of a listener than like a I don't know, speaker. Like I'm not the kind of person who like talks and like the other person listens. I'm usually the one who's listening. So I think with that being said, like I feel like I do a pretty good job about it right now. Like I don't usually like interject in the middle of what they're saying. But I think beyond just like listening and taking it in, I want to like be able to offer advice, I guess, like based on what they've told me. So I guess that is an attentive listener. I don't know, but just improving that skill maybe. Number 16 is make time for doing what you want, and then in parentheses includes nothing, because sometimes what I want to do is absolutely nothing. I just want to watch TV. But I definitely don't like to say no to people when they ask me if I want to do things. So maybe, you know, figuring out when, because I mean sometimes I do need to like do things when I don't want to, because like you can't always have your way. And I mean sometimes like there's a lot of times I'm like, oh, I don't really want to do this, but then once I do it I'm like, oh, I'm so glad I did that, and I didn't like just back out because I wanted to sit in my room. So finding, again, balance is key. But yeah, that'd be good. 17 is work out consistently, not obsessively, which that's not really something I struggle with right now, but so, you know, there's always the myth of like the freshman 15, and it hits a lot of people. I didn't experience that. I maybe hit like the freshman 5 or 10, probably more like 7. And that was mostly due to like going from dancing 12 hours a week to dancing 4 hours a week. It kind of hit me when my jeans didn't fit as well as they used to. But that being said, I just want to like make time to work out, because I mean it's not even that, it shouldn't be about like what jean size I am or anything, but just like feeling healthy for myself. That's really the goal. So so right now I dance like 2 days a week, so I definitely want to do something active. I'd say at least 2 to 3 other times a week, because that's 1, 2, yeah. So I want to be doing something like 5 days a week and give myself a couple days off, you know, because that's pretty reasonable. And luckily college, like we got free access to the gym, so like there's great facilities for like staying in shape, but just, you know, making use of those and not excuses. And then try for a consistent sleep schedule, and I said 11 to 7, so going to bed at 11 p.m. and getting up at 7 a.m. because I have 8 a.m. classes twice a week this semester, which isn't bad, and then I have 9 a.m.s 2 of the days, and then like I think 10 a.m. on Friday or something. But yeah, so I want to try and like keep a consistent schedule, and the thing is this would include weekends, because the whole point is that like if you're going to bed at the same time, getting up at the same time every day, it's easier to do that, like because your body gets on that usual cycle, and 11 to 7 would be 8 hours, which is good. So I don't know, I feel like that's a pretty decent time. The only problem is that technically I get up before 7 on my 8 a.m. days, but I definitely do not want to be getting up earlier than that, like on days that I don't have to. So I'll have to play around with that, but even if it's varying by like 30 minutes or something, I feel like it wouldn't be that big a deal. But just keeping a pretty consistent schedule, and then like only sleeping more than that, like when my body needs it, like, and I have time. But yeah, we'll see how many of these work out. I'm not gonna call them resolutions because I don't know, that's kind of cliche. So we're just not gonna call it that. They're just gonna be goals, and we'll see if I make them or not. Yeah, so hopefully this was not boring, not too much rambling, but I do feel like this was a little more personal video than I usually do, and honestly that's probably another goal with like the original content. Like I want it to be more open me than just like outfits, hauls, like that kind of thing. But yeah, let me know down below if you have any cool goals that like you just want to tell me. That would be cool. Stay tuned for more videos. Bye.